Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory.
Happy Monday. So yesterday I started editing my first vlog. By the time you watch this, it's going to be a little bit later obviously. But I was pretty proud that I started it because I saw someone on LinkedIn post about the word of the year. But for me, the word of the year is execution. Because for me, I always have loads of ideas. I never run out of ideas. I am also a planner and an overthinker and a perfectionist. So for example, I could be shooting loads of content but it never gets edited, or it gets edited but it never gets posted. So I need to follow through the whole thing and actually execute. And I believe if I do that, I will get to my goal and my vision. Like I even have on my screensaver, like when I did my vision board and vision setting, I really honed in on key phrases and key like words to remind myself to just keep going, like to call me out on my shit basically. So mine is: done is better than perfect. Stop planning, start executing. Stop scrolling, start creating. And so yesterday I was like, you know what? I need to start editing this because I want to post weekly, right? And this year I'm also really focusing on doing less but better. It's easy to advise and consult other people, but it's always hard when it comes to applying to yourself. So yeah, I have an early dinner at 6 p.m. That is super early. But basically I am going for dinner. My new friend, she's organized a dinner with other girls who she's met from Bumble BFF, because I actually met her from Bumble BFF as well. And just by chance, she's also a founder. She just launched her app called Double Socials, which is an app to connect couples with other couples who want to make friends and do activities in the city together. I actually went to one of the events last month. It was a comedy club that took place at a gym, and the show was actually really good. It was actually really funny. So I'm excited to go to this dinner tonight because the restaurant looks really nice, food looks great, and yeah, I'm obviously trying to broaden my circle, make new friends, and find my girls. Anyways, I am so hungry, so let's get lunch. Right. So we just got ready and we're about to head out. I think I'm gonna get there just on time. I've literally spent the last few hours trying to edit this YouTube video, and not gonna lie, it is effort. Even though it's just 1 week, I just yap so much. So listed that I'm looking for a video editor on Upwork and Fiverr. If it's a reasonable price, I'm definitely gonna outsource it because time is important. Because I used to be like this. I used to honestly just stinge on money and I wouldn't outsource on anything because I feel like I can do everything. Just because you can do everything doesn't mean you should. And if it's taking you a really long time, then you should find ways that can help you move faster. Anyways, I am off to dinner now, so I'll catch you later. Such a beautiful day. We are off to go do a workout now, especially because I didn't get a workout in yesterday. So we're gonna go try this studio called the Strength Club. I've actually never been here before, but I have been recommended to this studio, so I'm gonna go check it out. Ideally, I would have liked to do some sort of like high rock / HIIT conditioning type class, where strength based, I would usually go to the gym on my own. So yeah. If you know me well enough, by now you should know what I'm having for lunch is either egg sandwich or cottage cheese on rice crackers, because I'm so lazy. I love going out for food and I love food, but when it comes to making food for myself, I'm just like, oh, it's so much effort. So I'm just gonna have a lighter lunch and then I'll have bigger dinner later or something. I think I'm gonna do meatball salad with loads of roast vegetables, which I'm obsessed. If I could eat roast vegetables every day, I would, because I just feel like it tastes like crisps. Like it's equivalent to crisps for me. One of the things I do want to try today is actually connect my Claude to my emails so that I can draft my emails. I did it for my other inbox, but I haven't done it for this other email account I have. I have about 101 email accounts as well. I also really want to try Claude AI Co-work today because that just came out yesterday or last 2 days, and that has been all the hype. I've been seeing so many videos on it. So there's Claude Code, which came out about 3 to 6 months ago, and it is pretty intimidating for people like me who are not technical, although you can use AI to learn how to code and it can get you pretty far. Like I've tried it myself I said, not technical, but I can still use it to like build MVPs and whatnot. But they just released Claude Co-work, which is made for everyday people who are just not interested in learning how to use AI to code, because this is beginner friendly for anyone. And this year we're all about working smarter to get to our goals faster, because why stay busy when you can get shit done faster, right? And that's why I am gonna go play around with Claude Co-work later. I guess, one of the things I'm super passionate about is empowering more females to learn AI. And I know a lot of people who use AI, but it is a literally like so basic level, like just scratching the surface of what AI can do for you. And I guess the brand I'm potentially building could be around that space, but it's up there somewhere, but I will keep you posted.
And now you're gonna make a switch. 3, 2, 1. We got it.
Gosh, guys, I'm so upset. I broke my camera. The screen doesn't work. I can't see anything. Right now, I'm actually using my phone to control my camera because, I broke the screen. I literally just dropped it. So I need to get it fixed. And then I went on the DJI website and it says it could take up to 90 days or longer to fix my camera. If you have a DJI product, don't break it. We're gonna make do with what we have. And the reason why I'm using a mic is because the heating here is so loud. So it comes on a few times a day and it just makes this like hissing sound. So you'll be able to hear it in the video. So just got off an exciting call with a big enterprise company back in London who might be interested in the products that me and my co-founder were working on for the last, however long, called Yuri. People who follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn would know. We basically use AI to simulate your real life audiences so you can then put them into a chat room and start talking to them. That way you can ask them questions to understand their behavior, why they would buy something, why they wouldn't, understand the language they use, and ultimately help with your marketing and your go-to-market strategy. Yeah, it's just exciting. It's funny because I guess we've been umming and ahhing around whether we want to focus on enterprise level companies or small to medium-sized businesses. And ultimately, I feel like we actually have two very different products when it comes to small to medium-sized companies, because that is more using insights for go-to-market strategy. We are already doing that for businesses, the product we've built. If you're building a product for enterprise level, it's just like a whole other ball game. Like thinking about, how many people need to log in, how do you build an interface where people can share things and all sorts. So that definitely takes way more research, way more time to build that out. It's always so exciting when big brand names are interested in the product. So I've been thinking a lot about my content strategy because ultimately I've said to you many times that in the long term I want to build a brand, and that means thinking about the type of audience I want to build, the things that I want to be known for. The number one thing before you build your personal brand, your founder brand, is to be really clear on the goal of why you're building it and what you want to be known for. And the hardest part is actually narrowing down the things you want to talk about, because you want to be known for those specific few things, because we are multifaceted people with loads and loads of different interests. But do we have to talk about every single thing? No, we don't. We can choose just a few buckets, which is why you have content pillars. You can choose 3 to 5 content pillars, depending on how many things you want to talk about. Or get really clear on that, because otherwise, if you are just creating content here, then everywhere, talk about different things, you're not going to be known for anything. And let's talk about the thing that people ask the most. Should you niche down? And the answer is you do need to niche down, but I'm not saying niche down and only talk about one topic. I'm saying pick 3 to 5 pillars, because if you only talk about one thing over and over again, someone else can do the exact same thing and copy you. But if you pick 3 to 5 different topics, different content pillars, there is only one of you. You are the niche in that sense. No one can ever replicate you because you have a broad amount of knowledge across different topics. Like for myself, I'm going to do AI, business, personal branding, how to work smarter, rebuilding my new life in New York. What's the likelihood of someone else also being able to talk about all these topics? It's going to be a mixture of educational content, a little bit of lifestyle, a lot of POVs, because your point of view is so important. So that's how I'm going about thinking about my own content and how I actually teach other founders on how to build their personal brand and founder brands. It is so easy to teach people and advise and coach, But I know for a fact it's not so easy doing it for yourself because you're trying to untangle all your thoughts. So yeah, I hope that helps if you're thinking about doing content this year. I'm gonna head out now. I am gonna go to a cafe, get some work done. So it is my birthday on Sunday. I turned 33. I'm going out for dinner with Albert and then some drinks with some friends. And on my actual birthday on Sunday, he's planned a day out for us, which I'm really looking forward to. It wasn't very successful, but today I did try to do a little bit of reflection on being 32 and what the lessons I want to bring into being 33. I'm running around a lot today, so I haven't actually written everything down, but I don't know, like I feel like 32 was honestly just such a blur for me because so much happened. Like my brain hasn't registered that all that happened in 2025. I started the year being in Australia, spent all the time in Malaysia with my dad. Went back home, was building the AI startup, got married in May, and then did long distance again. And yeah, ending the year really, really moving to New York, trying to settle here and trying to figure out what my new thing is and what I want to build. And it, honestly, 32 was just a bit of a whirlwind. That's why it's all a bit easy in my brain. It's a lot, but you know, I do also believe action and execution can help you gain clarity. There's no point just like sitting there and thinking, and not actually doing, because overthinking is not going to get you anywhere, but it's from trial and error, doing things. That's how you can get clarity. So funny enough, when I was younger, I always said I think the best years of my life would be 22 to 23 and then 32 to 33 years old. And it was true, around 22, 24, I had the best years of my life, like going out, solo traveling, meeting loads of people. I feel like those few years, I really learned a lot about myself, and I was just like curious, exploring the world and everything, and it really opened my eyes to, you know, the different types of careers and things that you can actually do rather than just like being stuck into a 9 to 5. And it was when I started, you know, my first side business, realizing that I can just do things, and like I said, 32 was just so up in the air. So I really want 33 to be, you know, a really, really good year. The thing is, I'm probably gonna want to have kids in the next few years. Those years are gonna be really, really amazing too. But I feel, I guess this year, next year's kind of feels like final years of freedom and feeling like I'm still 24, that I can just do whatever, you know, or build whatever. I always do this where I say that I'm gonna get ready and chat with you at the same time, but I'm not so good at it. Instead, my makeup is always just like half done and I'm just yapping away because I'm pretty sure this is already like 20 minutes of me yapping. So we are ready. It's so freaking cold. I'm gonna be wearing a jumper over this, just layering up, and then I'll take it off when I get to the bar. 32 today. It's my birthday. Last time I spoke to you, I was headed out for a birthday dinner and drinks. And honestly, I had the best evening because I really wasn't sure what sort of evening I was gonna have. I organized it so last minute. Quite a few of my friends couldn't make it, and it was supposed to be like a really, really small, intimate thing anyway. But yeah, it was just so fun. It was a classic New York evening night out. So Alba and I went to this steak restaurant, beautiful, beautiful restaurant. And then we went for drinks at this bar called, I want to say Amanda. Again, beautiful, beautiful bar. And it was just like the perfect vibe because I wanted somewhere that was a bit lively, but we could sit down and also chat with our friends because I haven't seen them in a while. These are friends I've made, you know, over the last year or more recently. So I am really, really grateful that they made an effort and came out to celebrate with me. Especially, like I said, it was all planned so last minute. I had way too many Aperol spritz and espresso martinis. We went to a gay bar. It was called Club Coming. And honestly, it was so fun. This was like Afro house. Then it went into like 2000s, R&B, hip hop. I don't know. It was just like music from like my era. Funnily enough, we were actually one of the last people at the Spartan Club, and I got home around 4 in the morning. And I even did a McDonald's pickup on the way back because I was like, I need food. And Albert and I were just shattered yesterday. But yeah, overall it was a very, very good birthday celebration, I must say. Obviously today is my actual birthday, so Albert has planned a little bit of a day out for us. Because for me, I've always said that I just want experiences so that we can, make more memories together and experience New York together. So yeah, I think he's got like 2 things planned and then we're going out for dinner. One of the things I did say I really want to do on my birthday is actually start the day off with a birthday run, but it is actually snowing, which is also so special, like just sitting here and journaling and looking out. So it's actually really cold, and I'm like, probably not a run. But yeah, instead, I'm just gonna have a bit of a chill morning, and I guess, being here talking to you guys as well. The other reason why I'm in this room is also because I've been sent away by Albert because he's preparing something in the kitchen. He went out early to pick some bits up, so I don't really know what he's doing. But the things I do know is that he's baking me a birthday cakes because every year since we've met, even when we were dating, he has made me a birthday cake. If obviously we're in the same country because we were doing long distance, right? And I think it's so special. The other thing I really want to talk about is like I love going out for dinner with Albert because I always feel like we have such like good conversations. But we did have like a really deep chat when we were out for dinner on Friday. And one of the things was around, I guess, I am always talking to him about, the things I want to build, figuring out life. And I'm clearly an ambitious person, as in I want a lot in my life. Figuring all that out is like obviously very confusing and can be a bit overwhelming. I guess it's just like always like non-stop for me. I am go all the time. Like my brain doesn't stop. I'm always thinking. And, his question to me was around why can I just like not be? I guess my answer to that, like for right now in this like phase of my life, is that I know for a fact if I don't create and I don't give them my all to this, I will look back and regret. Where some people after work, their way of being is going to the art gallery or gaming or I don't know. I just feel like different people have different ways of being. And my way of being is creating and learning. Am I still doing that because I want an outcome for it? Like what does just creating for the sake of creating look like, right? Without creating with the idea of wanting to build something with an outcome, like building something where you get customers or building an empire, building business, building something that will make money. And it's really conflicting in my brain because on one hand, me documenting this, right, is me trying to like think out loud and build out loud and figure it all out, at the same time. And then on the other hand, I have such a business brain. So I'm like, okay, if this if point B is where I want to get to, I need to reverse engineer and then create content to get to point B. But point B is not even clear to me right now. And I think again, it's this like, perfectionism of wanting to get point B right and thinking that that is point B when I don't know what point B is. We put so much pressure on ourselves and sometimes we spend so much time thinking about what is the right thing we should be doing, whereas what we should really focus on is how to have more fun and lean into what actually excites us. So yeah, I think I just need to strip it all back and go back to what I'm good at and what I really love. But anyways, Albert has been out there for a while and I am gonna maybe go check up on him. I'll show you guys the cake that he has made me because I have a feeling it's like a really big cake. So yeah, the whole figuring all out continues as I step into my new era of Think 33, and I just hope that this is gonna be the year.